Hi, hello. This is Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing my February TBR game today. As a quick wrap up, let's go over the rolls from January to see if whether or not I've earned a punishment. Our book number 1 was A Deal with the Elf King by Lisa Kova for Creature Fantasy, and I read it. Book 2 was Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls for Should Have Read by Now. I'm counting it as read, I DNF'd it, but book 3 is Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong for Set in the Past, and I read it. Book 4 is The Cupcake Cottage by Jean Orme for Fake Dating Challenge. I did not read it. Book 5 was The Brightest Night by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I read it. Book 6 was The Lions of Lucerne by Brad Thor for a challenge book, and I read it. Book 5 was Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth for DNF Revive. I'm about 70% of the way through it. Not quite read, doesn't quite count. Book 8 was These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner for TBR Vet, and I read it. And book 9 was Wisteria Wyverns by Angela Pepper for Indie Book, and I'm about 70% of the way through this one too, so that doesn't count. So I'm going to need to do a punishment. But the other 4 books that I mentioned last month for my extras, my micro challenge, A Study in Charlotte for Academic Rivals, I did read that. The Truth and Lies for Buzzwordathon, None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, I read that. For Motif Challenge, my punctuated title, I did iRobot by Isaac Asimov, and I read it. And my Easy Challenge, my image book, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, I did not read that one, but it's up next, so as soon as I finish my other 2 from this list. All in all, a fairly good month, so let's get my punishment, and then we will get on to our February TBR. Let me know if you like the format of this. I kind of like the bullet list, you not seeing the stupid faces that I make, but maybe you like that, so do let me know in the comments below. Okay, let's pull my challenge card. So my challenge is a girl on the cover. Super simple, super easy. The punishment here is just me having an extra book, and not so much it's going to be a hard challenge. So I chose One Grave at a Time by Jeaniene Frost. I think a half vampire, half human hybrid who likes to hunt vampires. This is book 6, so I can't really give you a whole lot of details, but think vengeful spirit of a witch hunter, serial killer, resurrected inquisitor, religious fanatic, burning witches, and I'm going to have a good time. I know I am. I always do. So that's cool. Alright, let's get on to roll number 1. So roll number 1 is a challenge card, which means I'm going to have to add a book. But let's pick the challenge. So I have Second Chance Authors Challenge. So just like it sounds, I'm going to give an author that I'm not too sure about a second chance. So for this, I chose A Dark Hope by Christine Feehan. The funny thing about this is this is my read-along book for my Bite Me Box monthly. It's very popular. I didn't quite like the first couple I read of them, but I'm going to give her another chance. This is like book 25, 26 or something in her series. Think an ongoing paranormal war between creatures, fated mates, vampires and demons, found family, good versus evil, and an impending new war, or heightened war, as I understand it. Let's get on to roll number 2. And yes, I know that it says 22 before 2022 on it. I haven't reprinted it yet. It is what it is. We're just going to keep going. So roll number 2 was a 25 before 2025 pick. I'm going to grab my jar. We're going to shake it up a little bit, and I'm going to dig one out. Hopefully, this book does not have a long wait on it, because otherwise I'm going to have to do some extra pickings until I get one that I have access to within the month. So, alright. So the Last Chance Library by Freya Sampson. Think Discovering Self, Saving a Library, Found Family, Community, Cozy Read, and Contemporary Romance. Sounds like a fun time. Not what I normally read, but again, on my 25 before 2025 list, so yes. So roll number 3. Rule number 3 is a book swap, which is essentially a free space. This means that if I don't want to read one of the books that I've picked for one of these challenges or one of these prompts, I can switch it out with something else that fits the prompt. That's the only rule. I can't just pick anything. It has to still fit the prompts. But it's a free space. I'm here for it. Let's get on to rule number 4. So role number 4 is steampunk. So I'm picking Prudence by Gail Carriger. This is like her 3rd series in a connected series, which is like the daughter of somebody, you know, that kind of thing. Think steampunk, obviously. YA, cool airship, vampires, werewolves, and ghosts. She's going on a journey, and that's all I know. I have read this book before, but I want to reread it and to finish the series, or to continue on with the series because it's been a while. Let's get on to role number 5. So role number 5 is an ebook. I'm going to go with Quicksilver by Hart. This was a recommendation from Books and Lala, so I am hoping I like it too. I've liked everything of hers fantasy-wise that she's recommended so far, so I'm here for it. Think forced proximity, snarky female main character, a shadow daddy, which I had to look up what that was. But we also have a tricky fae, which I think is what he is. We have territorial fae bastard, again, I think that's him, and of course politics. This was also referred to as an ACOTAR fanfic, and although ACOTAR is not my favorite book, I could be down with a fanfic of that, so alright. Okay, so we also passed the star, so that means we have to add another challenge in another book. So this one is favorite author's recommendation challenge. I've done one of these before, found one of my favorite books ever through it, so I'm pretty excited about this. I'm choosing Ellie Hazelwood as my favorite author, and when I looked up her BookBub suggestion list, I found a Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faizal, and I've liked her books before too, so I'm pretty excited about this one. I think heist, romance, vampires, found family, touch her, and die. Notice I'm finding a lot of found families. That's totally okay. I'm good with it. Anyways, let's get on to role number 6. So role number 6 is another 25 before 2025. Let's pull my handy jar back out and pull one. Okay, Just Last Night has an 18-week hold nut on it, so we can't do that one. Let's pick again. Okay, our second pick is A Court This Cruel and Lonely, and I have this on my holds, and I still have 12 weeks for it, so we can't do that one either. Let's pick again. Okay, finally, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I have a place I can read this. This is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've never read anything of hers before, but we're going to give this a chance because I've heard about it all over the place. So, think forbidden love, right person, wrong time, marriage and divorce, survival, and a public perception. And I know this is an LGBT plus book, so we'll stack that on there too. Alright, let's get on to role number 7. The role number 7 is a cover color. Let's put up the spinner wheel and see what color we get. Alright, we got black. Got an easy pick for this. We're going to pick The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. This is actually another one of my 25 before 2025 books. I've loved everything I've read by Leigh Bardugo so far, so I'm excited for this. Think a slow burn romance, power-hungry nobility, magic versus religion. And I had someone describe this on, I think, Goodreads as 1 part political thriller, 1 part slow burn romance, 1 part survival saga with a dash of fairy tale magic on top. That just sounds amazing, so I can't wait to get into this. Alright, and those are all the books for my TBR game. I do have a couple of other extras. I have 2 more extras for this month. One is for my micro romance trope challenge, and that is Taboo. So I'm choosing Love Me by Red Phoenix. This is book 2 in Bree Submission series. I got a box set from BookBub a long time ago. Read the first one for a 10 chapter challenge and ended up really liking the book. So this is going to be my Taboo book, Love Me. So think BDSM training, self-discovery, found family, learning to live life to the fullest. And the other one I have is from Beyond the Bookshelf Challenge. It's a second chance romance. So I'm going to choose Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren. I love Christina Lauren. I actually think that's the favorite author rec I got my favorite book out of. But, you know, think second chance romance, obviously. Daughter of a Star, Secret Life, Betrayal, Forced Proximity, and First Love. Alright, y'all, those are all my books for February. Let me know what your TBR looks like. Do you play a game? How do you pick yours? You just a mood reader, which is all cool. Let me know what's on your list to read next, or if you've read any of these books that I have. And you know what, y'all, I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.